All right, this is the jig. This is what I was talking about. Pretty simple layout. Go ahead and measure all your holes. Everything's 3/4 inches on center. And you can repeat this. This is just a piece of phenolic, but you can make it out of wood, anything you want. So basically I pre-cut several sheets of Kydex. Go ahead and have them pre-cut and ready to go. Take them shiny side together like this. I set them in this jig. I've got holes recessed just for the drill bit to go through. Set those in like that. Take your template, lay it on top. I kind of line it up. I put a little hole there just to help make sure, but I make sure I have clearance all the way around where you can see the black. So now that it's locked in, we come over to the drill press. I'm not drilling obviously into the wood. This makes a perfect guide. Now, all my holes are drilled exactly where they need to go for both pieces at the same time. At that point, I take it back out, and you can see the holes are perfectly laid out. And it's doing both, and they kind of stick together, which is handy. I set this back on top. I made these pins. That's just a 1/4 inch to match the hole that I use as locators. Push that through, line it up. If I'm smart enough to line it up, get in there. Once you get one, the others are a little bit quicker and easier. I do 4. I would imagine you could do as few or as many as you want. So now it looks like that. It's pinned together. Then I come over to the router. This is just a flush cut router with a bearing on top. Set that down and push it flat, and that just flattens all these out. We're gonna router. It's gonna be a little loud for a second. Perfectly cut sheath. Holes, cuts, everything are perfect. Pop these out. We're gonna go back to the table here. Set these out of the way, put this out of the way. Now at this point, you have 2 perfect sides. I'll wipe them off clean on my shirt. One thing I do like to do before I pin them is this inside edge, that's where the knife usually rides against when it comes in, so I'll break that sharp edge on my buffer. Turn this on. Real light. I'm just taking that sharp edge off. You see the difference? Maybe a light buff. Okay. At this point, make sure they're clean. You can put these back together. Probably have this as the right side facing out, so I'm gonna put my eyelets in here. Again, that first one's always fun. Some people also take a countersink and you can kind of go through and ream these. I used to do that, but it really, to me, it doesn't make any difference. It's underneath the eyelets. Put the eyelets in. This. Okay, I've got all these in. Come over to the arbor press. Every knife maker has one. Press all of your eyelets. Now I have a sheath. To clean these rough edges up, at this point, I'll come back over to the buffer. See how that dulls that? Makes it look like one piece. All the way down. I usually don't do this end because I've already buffed it. A light buff. I've got nice shiny edges, and you can buff those as long as you want, make them as shiny as you want. But at this point, it's basically ready. I make a stack of these. So when I make knives, say this size, like a standard belt knife, I've even made like the Bradford Guardian, same exact sheath. This fits any of these shapes. You basically put this in your oven, heat it up just like normal, standard Kydex press. Put the knife in the sheath, put it in the press it, standard procedure. When you finish with that, it comes out like this, molded to the knife. Ready to go. It's shiny, it's good. If you decide you want to do like a belt clip or something like that, you can do the standoff, which this is just another jig. Basically, you heat that piece up, set it in there, put it together, and clamp it. That gives you your standoff so that you can mount a standard belt clip, just like this, and then line it up and pin it. But anyway, that's it. This is the easiest way I've found to do it. It's just simply a jig and something to hold it still. And you can make this long, longer, wider, whatever. Most shapes in 3-inch range would fit this. You can have 2 or 3 different setups, and you can pre-make several of these, have them ready to go. So when you finish a blade like this one I'm working on, when I finish that, all I've got to do is put it in, press it, the sheath's done. Makes it so easy. Cheers.